Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Shining Empathy. My name is Joel, and this is a little bit of an addendum video, in addition to the video that I'm going to be posting alongside this about anxiety and depression. One of the things that I meant to touch on in that segment, but didn't actually end up coming up for whatever reason. It was one of the things I really wanted to talk about, but I'm taking that as a sign that it was meant to be its own little video, even if it's just a short one. One of the things that comes up a lot with people who are suffering from anxiety and depression is, should I go on medication? Okay? I cannot tell you what to do. I cannot tell you what is right and what is wrong. Okay? But I can give you a few guiding words. Through my dealing with anxiety and depression for about almost a year, I went on medication for depression and anxiety, and it was on the early stages when I still hadn't even sought out therapy very much yet. I was still getting to know my own makeup, my own history, and still coming to understand myself a bit better. And that, let's be real, it's an onward journey that's happening our entire lives that never stops, okay? But during that time, that medication did help me. It gave me the quiet that I couldn't seem to achieve on my own at the time, in order to figure out that, oh, the stuff that's really actually causing this is stuff I can actually work on. It's not because I'm broken, but it gave me the space to be able to see that it was all stuff I could actually figure out how to work through. Difficult as it might be, I could do it without medication. And as it turned out, that medication ended up becoming part of the problem towards the end of that year, and I just sort of took that as a sign that it was time to come off of it. So I did. I weaned myself off of it slowly with my doctor's approval, and that was that. I have not gone on any other medication for anxiety or depression since. That is not to say that that is not the right choice for you, okay? If that's something you feel you need to do, only you know what is right and best for you. But medication, I mean, there's obviously a lot of pros and cons we could talk about, and I'm not going to get into all that, but I would like to say that it can be helpful. It can also be a crutch, especially if you're not willing to work on anything. If you just want it to resolve the issue for you, you're going to be chasing that remedy for a long time, and it's not. It's to me, medication is never the only solution. To me, it almost always has to be done in tandem with other things, with therapy, with energy work, with a bunch of other therapies and treatments alongside that. I just don't ever think that it should be the only thing that you consider. Even if you're considering going on it and you want to go on it, cool, okay, that's your decision, that's what's best for you, awesome. Or if you don't want to do that, awesome. Again, guys, this is your choice. And I can't make that choice for you, but I can tell you that it is important to figure out what you want to do with that. If you want that to be your only solution, like you just want it to take away the pain or the anxiety and just be done with it and not have to do any more work, I can almost guarantee you that won't be the end of the journey. Okay, no matter how well that medication might work for you, it probably won't work that way forever. Okay, because this stuff doesn't just go away. It never will. And no medication is going to do that. Just like with physical pain, like we can take painkillers for as much as we want, but eventually we have to keep taking stronger painkillers and in higher doses, and it just becomes this ladder that we climb that just goes on indefinitely, and to the point of, dire consequences sometimes to our health. So keep that in mind, that if you are considering going on medication for something like anxiety and depression, try and do it in tandem with other things, okay? Seek out a therapist, get into things like maybe yoga, meditation, or even just physical exercise of any kind can help. Just try and do it in alongside with a bunch of other things. Again, I mentioned this in my anxiety video about getting to know yourself. That's a huge part of it. And like I said, this medication can give you the space to begin that process. And if anything, I would say that it's probably best used in that regard, but I can't say for you how that's going to be. Like, I can't say if that's what's best for you or not. All I can do is relay my own experiences and tell you that I actually personally had a good experience with going on medication for my depression and anxiety for a short term. Not long term, but short term, but that was for me, okay? So I just want to sum up this video just by kind of tying it into the anxiety depression video that I released, and just by saying that medication is something that only you can decide if it's right for you, okay? Don't let anyone else tell you what to do or if it's right or wrong. I know that there can be fear about losing a part of yourself or some part of you shutting down, and I can't speak as to whether or not even that's going to be true. Personally, I didn't feel like my personality had altered. I didn't feel like a different person on the medication that I was on. Who knows with certain other medications. But I know that fear is there for a lot of people, that they're scared that they're going to lose something, some part of themselves. It'll shut down, or they just won't be themselves anymore. It's sort of just if you're really thinking about it, it's just sort of a risk you got to take. If this really is one of your your last solutions, and like you're at your last straw, and like there are no other doors for you, you just kind of got to bite the bullet and accept that that's just a possibility. It's a risk. It may or may not happen, and regardless of if it does or doesn't happen, you're going to be okay, And you don't have to be on that medication forever, all right? So whatever you decide to do, if you guys, if any of you are struggling with anxiety and depression and you are contemplating going on medication, just give it good thought and get in touch with your own feelings and whether or not you want to do it. And get in touch with the reasons of why you want to do it, because it's really important if you're looking for a long-term or short-term solution, or if you're trying to do it in combination with something else. Get in touch with all those reasons and your feelings, because it's very important before you decide and before you make any choices either way, okay? So again, I can't tell you what to do, but I hope that these words have maybe helped shed some light on just getting in touch with your own thoughts and feelings about the situation and whether or not medication is right for you personally. All right, so I'm going to leave it there and wrap up and just say thank you for watching this video, and if you found it helpful or insightful at all, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shining Empathy, if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I will see you then. Love and light to you all. Bye for now.